Hi, it's Mike with Itty Bitty Microfarm, and today we're going to talk about soaking seeds and the new method we do versus the old one. Let's get into it. We used to soak in painter bags that you can get at the hardware store just like this. They work fine, they're cheap. You can see it in all our how to grow videos. Basically, we did all that with the sunflowers, the peas, any of the videos that we soaked in. You can see that we did this with the bag. Sunflowers are a little trouble to get out. You have to shake them out, mess with the bag and everything else. It's just a little bit more challenging and time-wise a little bit more. And as you grow in business, it's so many more of these bags, so much more room you gotta use and everything else. So we got rid of these bags and we went to buckets. So we use 5-gallon and 3-gallon buckets, basically is what we've been using. So this is the one here, and we just got holes in the bottom here. You can see the holes here. Then we just drill at the bottom there. That way the water will drain out, and I'll show you how we do that and everything here in a minute. So yeah, just a bucket, drill tiny holes in it, enough for the water to seep out and not for the seeds to go out. They don't need much. Water doesn't need much to get out. So, and more of them the better. Make them small, more of them. All right, so let's soak some wheatgrass here. We soak our wheatgrass at 1 ounce per 5x5. We sell them in 5x5s. 8 ounces per 10-20 flat would be the same thing. So we're going to do what is equivalent to 10 trays or 80 5x5s. So we need 80 ounces. So got our scale on here, and just take this cup is what I use. It's a 4-cup measuring cup, and that just makes it easy to get in there and get the seeds out and get this up to 80. Perfect, 80 ounces. And then we're just gonna dump it straight into the bucket here. A good method to actually do when you're doing this is to go ahead and fill it up with the water a little bit in the bucket. This is a pro tip. So we just fill it up with the water about right there, as you can see. And then that's just enough for the bucket to go in and kind of sit down in there, and it touches the bottom of it. And then we'll go ahead and put the wheatgrass seeds in. Just like that. And then we're gonna fill it up. Wheatgrass doesn't need a lot of water. Like peas, you gotta really fill it up. We'll show that here in a little bit. All right, with wheatgrass, you just need to fill it up a little bit. As you can see, it doesn't soak it up like most of the products does, like peas and sunflowers. So you just need to get a little bit there. That's how we soak wheatgrass. All right, we got the peas here. We are doing, as you can see, 144 ounces. Here for 16 trays. We do it 9 ounces, 16 trays, 144 ounces. I already got water in the bottom of the bucket here. So I'm gonna go put the one with holes in the bucket with the water. It's already in there a little bit. Kind of just smash that down. And that way we know there's plenty of water in the bottom. You don't mistake that you have enough, because sometimes that can get to you. So, and just dump the peas in. Like so, some casualty runners. Peas like to run. And then we're just gonna fill the bucket up. With peas, you wanna be very cautious. Basically filling this bucket up, one of these buckets can handle 24 trays of peas. So we found out no more than that. I mean, it's gonna be at the very top when you come in the morning after 12 hours of soak, it's gonna be pretty much all soaked up. So leaving you just the water there. So fill this up the rest of the way. Got the bucket as full as I needed here. We are only doing 16 peas, so I don't need to fill it all the way up. If I was doing 24, I'm gonna fill it all the way up. So you wanna make sure you have the bucket where you're gonna be at, where you're gonna have it sitting for the night. You don't wanna be moving this thing around here. You're gonna take a bath with it. So make sure you have it where you want it to be. With only 16, I don't have to fill it all the way up. All right, and I'll show you what we do with sunflowers. All right, let's talk about sunflowers now. These are a little bit different. These are 75 ounces. We're doing 15 trays, and we're gonna soak these sunflowers. So these ones only go for 4 hours. I'm not soaking them yet. I just kind of want to show you what we do with the water here. So already got the water filled in. As you can see, the bucket's got the water in there a little bit. We just did them ones for overnight. These ones I will not soak until the morning. And then they're going to kind of float to the top. You just kind of keep them down a little bit. There's okay if they're at the top. They're still getting water. They're still gonna get soaked. They don't have to be submerged down in a bag and held down, anything like that. We've had 0 issues with that. I will show you a picture of what it looks like when we get it done in the morning. But that's how we soak seeds now, overnight, and just in the morning when we just need to do it for a short time, 4 hours or less. And it's just in buckets, and then we can just pull them up and drain them out. And we'll show you that here as well. All right, we're here to do the sunflowers now. This is the next morning. So these are only soaking for 4 hours, so we do these the next morning. We got the amounts here. We got the little bit of water that we put in here already. And then we're just gonna dump the sunflowers in there. and we'll show you how they soak and kind of float up a little bit here, and they'll stay down. I just do right around, kind of get them wet at the top here. Make sure they're getting wet, all of them. And then just fill this up to a certain point. Having that water in the bottom really, really helps of making sure you know there's water fully in it. Because we have filled it up before and it drained back down in that bottom bucket, so you want to make sure of that. All right, so sunflowers are very full here now, and you can see they're floating just on the top here. I kind of just press them back in a little bit, but these ones will be just fine. And then maybe hit the edge here a little bit more. It's not quite full all the way. It's a good way to test it. All right, I think we got it. Yeah, that's good there. So that is soaking the sunflowers. They're good there. You can see the water when you press, lightly press, it comes up. That's what the point where they're good soaking in the bucket. And these will be good, and we'll unsoak these in 4 hours. All right, we're here ready to unsoak the peas. This is very easy and the same method for all of the ones you're doing in the bucket. So just gonna show the pea ones here. They soaked up a good amount of water, not all of it. We have the perfect amount in here. So we're gonna go ahead and just lift this up, let that flow. And then you can see that it's just draining out of the bottom there. It's gonna flow out just perfectly. So much easier than dealing with bags and dumping them out and multiple ones. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and set this over in the other sink. Let that drain. And you can, if they're not going down all the way, if you ain't got the holes big enough, swoosh around and they'll drain, but we're good on this, so let's let this drain here for just a second. All right, these have drained for about a minute is all it takes for it to go down really easy. And then I just do a rinse on them again. So just gonna fill this back up and rinse them all off. We'll fill it all the way up to where they're floating again. Just rinse them all off just because the peas are very dirty, just to make sure. And we will let that drain again. So this whole process takes 2 to 3 minutes of getting them out, draining them, everything else. Much faster than opening bags and doing all that. So that is our soaking process that we do now versus the bags and doing the buckets now, which makes things so much simpler, faster, and easier when doing great volume of products. So have a great day.